It's early.
Oh, there he goes. Big hole.
Yep.
There, first down. David Montgomery. All right. The next game is one of my 3 most difficult to choose.
Yep.
And that is Falcons at the Vikings. Vikings, a 4-point favorite at home, which means Vegas thinks that the Vikings are a half a point to a point better than the Falcons. I'm having a hard time picking this game.
Flip a coin.
Yeah, I think flip a coin, but I did pick...
I'll go Falcons.
I picked Falcons in my... where I work, I'm part of the Employee Activities Committee, and I started an NFL Pick'em Challenge. And I thought I'd get like 30-some people to play. We got 80.
A lot of people like it.
A lot of people like it.
Then again, Julio might not play.
Julio might not play.
He didn't really have that many touchdowns last year, remember?
He doesn't usually get touchdowns. That's been the biggest knock on him, is he doesn't get touchdowns, especially not when they're in the red zone. He just doesn't. Like, I think he went to like week 9 a couple seasons ago without having a touchdown.
Yep. So you have, in that case, you have Mo Sanu and you got Cal Ridley.
Yeah.
Versus, Thielen and Stephon Diggs?
Thielen, definitely. Stephon Diggs, maybe. He was hurt. I think he was a full practice today. But how effective is he going to be?
Freeman's back from the injury from last year, right? And the Vikings still have Dalvin Cook, right?
Vikings do still have Dalvin Cook, that is right. And then it comes down to Kirk Cousins and Matt Ryan. One was an MVP, and the other is the Big Ten quarterback we forgot about earlier.
Still going Falcons.
I took the Falcons too. It was tough deciding between the two because really they are so close.
Yeah.
I think those two teams are so close.
And honestly, Minnesota being at home, you probably even factored that into it, but you have to wait and see.
Yeah. I took the Falcons.
Yep.
All right. The next game is another one that I think is going to be a good game that's difficult to pick. That is your Buffalo Bills.
Oh, yeah.
At the Jets of New Jersey.
That one I'd say literally flip a coin.
Well, Vegas thinks
3 points at home.
The Jets are 3 points, which means they think the Bills are a half a point better than the Jets. And I agree with them. I think the Bills squeak out a close win on the road. Sorry, Dan O'Shea.
I could see it. But I don't know. I'm kind of curious to see what Lev Bell does out of the gate.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Bears are lining up for a field goal.
You got Ununu, Robbie Anderson. Then you got Cole Beasley. You got John Brown.
Right down the middle. Yeah, you got Cole Beasley. You got John Brown. You got Zay Jones.
You got a new backfield. So it's going to be...
Yeah, you got Frank Gore. You got Devin Singletary. You got TJ Yeldon. I mean, you don't have Richie Incognito anymore, so the locker room should be stable.
You would hope. Anyways.
You got a strong defense.
Yeah. I think I could see that. The defense will keep them in the game. But I don't know if it's going to be enough for them because the backfield's going to be totally new. A totally new experiment. You're not going to be able to have Frank Gore carry the whole game.
No, and it looks like Devin Singletary and TJ Yeldon are going to share the main responsibilities.
Touches, yeah.
Yeah. Which is why I've drafted Devin Singletary in a lot of leagues.
In this situation, with them being at home, I think I got to go Jets on that one.
Okay. I think the Bills are going to win it.
I think you're right. I think it'll be a close game. It'll probably be one of those games where it comes down to literally the last possession.
probably. Who makes the biggest mistake late in the game?
Yeah, I just feel like in this particular, I mean, later in the season, who knows? It'll probably be a totally different story, seeing how both running backs perform. And, but for week one, I'd have to say probably the Jets are going to take the first game.
Okay, I went the other way, but the game that's just pissing me off the most is the next one, and that's Eagles at Redskins. The fucking media is all over the Eagles' dick. Like, all over. I went through with you earlier, Sports Illustrated, their picks, like, they had like 9 people pick who's going to the playoffs, who's going to win the Super Bowl, all of the awards, and more than half of them have the Eagles winning the Super Bowl with Carson Wentz being the NFL MVP.
Yeah, right.
What have the Eagles done to get better than they were last year?
Not much.
They added a fucking defensive lineman.
Yeah.
They've added, and an old ass Deshaun Jackson.
Doesn't really help your case along too much.
No.
Highly projected to win, though, looks like, this week.
Oh, yeah, they're 10-point favorites over the Redskins.
Trying to figure, let's see. They got, the injury report. Remember Colt McCoy? He's officially ruled out of this one.
Yeah, but Case Keenum is going to be the starting quarterback, and Dwayne Haskins is going to be the backup.
Preview, let's see.
I'll just tell you, I have the Redskins beating the Eagles this week.
Do you?
I do. I have Case Keenum having a monster game, and I think they're going to beat the Eagles. I really do. I really do. What do you think? Again, Eagles at home are a 10-point favorite.
Division matchup. It's going to be Carson Wentz, right?
For who knows how long.
Yeah, at least week one.
At least the first few plays, probably.
Yeah, Case Keenum. I could see Washington.
A lot of people, like I said, all over the Eagles bandwagon, and it is crazy.
Plus, it's also figuring division matchup, so
it should be good.
Yeah, Washington.
The next game, Rams and Panthers. Panthers at home. Rams a 2-point favorite on the road.
2 points?
Yes. If I could stop yawning, this would be a better fucking podcast. So that means they think the Rams are a 6.5 point. Will win by 6.5 points. I can't say that I disagree. I took the Rams to win myself.
I just lost my spot, so I'm trying to. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, in all fairness, they probably should win. Rams, Panthers, yeah, they should. Granted, we were talking about this earlier. How healthy is Todd Gurley going to be?
I don't know, but I'm going to have him in fantasy in like a day and a half. So.
Yep. Then you'd have him versus Christian McCaffrey. I think the Rams. Honestly, I think they have more weapons. They should win.
I agree, because not only do they have Todd Gurley, and if Todd Gurley isn't good, like I don't think he's going to be, they've got this fucking freak running back named Darrell Henderson.
I was gonna say, remember CJ?
Yeah, CJ Anderson. Yeah, but Darrell Henderson was that fucking monster running back from Memphis.
Yeah.
Insane. Literally single-handedly kept Memphis in all of the games against UCF. If not for him, they get blown out.
Mm-hmm.
So he's their backup.
pretty safe. It's a good hedge, anyways.
Yeah. So I think Rams beat the Panthers. I think it's going to actually be easier than what they're saying.
Oh yeah.
I could see it being a 10-point game.
And they're highly favored from last year still. So yeah.
Yeah, of course. I mean, you can't, be a scrub coming out of a Super Bowl.
No.
Or can't be looked at as a scrub coming out of a Super Bowl.
Even for you, we're a good team, and you weren't really supposed to be there, but we've talked about that before. So,
like with the Eagles, went from barely making the playoffs to the fucking Super Bowl favorite.
Right, a backup.
Yeah, seriously. Like, I don't get it. The next game, Chiefs Jaguars.
That's not really hard.
You don't think so?
No.
All I'm saying is I took the Jags.
Yeah, right.
I did.
You did?
I did.
Chiefs all the way.
I have a couple of upsets. The Redskins, the Jags, and then there's one more coming up in a minute. But the next game, Colts Chargers. Colts, obviously, who fucking knows? They were
Brissett back.
Well, yeah, they got just Jacoby Brissett, who's talked himself into a fucking 2-year, $30 million contract.
Mm-hmm.
So, excuse me. My God, with these yawns, I apologize.
I think
the Chargers are going to stomp a mud hole in their asses.
Yeah.
I'm talking like 31-10 kind of shit. 38-17. Something like that. Anyways.
6.5 favorite at home. Of course, you figure you're not going to have Melvin Gordon. Keenan Allen, Mike Williams. But then, too, you have a Colts with really no QB chemistry right now.
I mean, Jacoby Brissett...
He's been there before, I know. But
yeah, he played an entire season while Andrew Luck was hurt.
Yeah.
With basically the same team he's got now. So I don't think quarterback chemistry is going to be an issue. I think the issue is going to be they were trying to build that team for him. Mm-hmm. And what is he now? Or what is this team now?
So you think he'll be able to find ways to get the ball to T.Y. Hilton and...
Yeah, I do. And Eric Ebron... Yeah, and then also he adds a dynamic to the running game that Andrew Luck just never did.
Yeah.
So add in Marlon Mack, Naheem Hines, and then you've also got a quarterback who can extend the play with his legs, and if all hell breaks loose, can take it himself. I think they're in a decent run situation, especially with fucking Quentin Nelson. Man's a monster.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the run game, they'll be fine. But I do think the Chargers' defense is a good defense, a very good defense, and I think they're going to find ways to make Jacoby Brissett have to beat them through the air. And while I do think T.Y. Hilton and Eric Ebron are good enough to help a good team get to a win, I don't think they're good enough to help Jacoby Brissett get to a win against the Chargers. If they were playing like the Ravens, no, because the Ravens have a good defense too. If they were playing the Buccaneers, I think I'd have absolutely no hesitation picking the Colts. Yeah, so personally, I think the Chargers are going to win this one pretty easily.
Okay.
The next game,
I'm curious. Probably that one the most. I'm kind of curious to see how any response, but
yeah, we'll definitely see. The next game is the Bengals, at the Seahawks. Seattle's a 9.5 point favorite.
Seattle.
I don't know that the Bengals even score a fucking point.
No.
They probably do. Joe Mixon's a good running back. But I don't know that they can even come close to what Seattle can do. So we'll just move on. The next game, Detroit Lions at Arizona Cardinals. Lions are a 2.5 point favorite in Arizona. Kyler Murray, we're all excited to see what he can do in a real game.
Detroit.
Yeah, Detroit's going to fuck them up. Yeah.